Welcome back to part 2. We're still looking at ways to inject fresh new ideas into your podcast. Let's get right to it.
Invite sponsors to contribute to your podcast. Spice up your podcast with fresh ideas from your sponsors that tie into their product or service. Take The Guardian with their sponsors, Emirates Business Episode, as a language learning podcast.
Guardian Unlimited.
Welcome to the Business Travel Guide series in association with Emirates. Visit emirates.co.uk for more information.
Mental health. Life can get overwhelming. Teach your listeners ways they can get over their anxiety and daily struggles through meditation and other relaxation types. The Anxiety Coaches podcast is all about creating relaxing ways to calm your anxiety and daily stresses.
I believe everybody suffers with anxiety. It just depends where you are on the spectrum, on the basis of where's your alignment at, or where's the environmental factors at. So if you're suffering with anxiety today, you absolutely have the opportunity to change that, to come back, to improve your lifestyle, to change your situation. And compassion just means just be gentle.
Teach life lessons. Teach your listeners about things that they might not know, like the correct etiquette for a dinner party, what to expect from starting university, or how to prepare for running a marathon. The Physical Preparation Podcast is a podcast that's all about preparing the listeners for taking part in exercise.
Hello and welcome to the Physical Preparation Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Robertson, and today we are going to talk about 5 ways you can build relationships and rapport faster as a trainer or coach. So,
Make your listeners laugh. Make your listeners laugh by telling funny stories, jokes, or even invite a comedian onto your podcast. Professional entertainers like Russell Kane and Stephen Tries have used our podcast studio here in Manchester to record their podcast and interviewed some pretty funny guests.
And we're recording this one up in Manchester. Can you just say a vowel for me? I'm sorry, you're going to have to turn back. And Rachel's coming from North Manchester.
Yeah, half a hay.
New Year's Eve 2015. Just a picture is...
What were you doing?
Picking raisins out of muesli. Genuinely, that's true.
Hang on.
Get satirical with the news. Break down recent news and events, but with a funny twist, like the News with Jokes podcast, where comedians come up with witty puns and poke fun at headlines.
From the smashing orangey bit around a black hole, it's News with Jokes for Thursday the 11th of April 2019.
The first picture of a black hole. Doesn't look that black to me.
Looks like a big space Jaffa cake.
You are actually eating a Jaffa cake at the moment, so it's possible that's just why it's on your mind.
Tell stories through the eyes of different people. Take your storytelling in a different direction and share it from other points of view. Take the Strangers podcast, featuring stories about heartbreak, kindness and love, all from real people.
Welcome to Strangers from KCW and Radiotopia. I'm Leah Tao. And over the past month, I've been traveling around the country to interview Trump supporters.
Break down festivals, celebrations, or special events. Bring events to listeners that they would otherwise have missed out on. Post-event discussions on things like food, sport, politics, or celebrations helps you get down to the bare bones of the events, just like the Fest Life podcast that talks about music festivals.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fest Life. This is Zach.
And Ashley. And this is episode 10. Today we're doing a fan-requested topic of cool people we've met and fun stuff that we've had happen to us at festivals. Stay tuned.
Interview local businesses. Promote business in your area. Chat with independent shop owners, employees and even CEOs. The Eventual Millionaire interviews CEOs and self-made millionaires and asks them for information about how they grew their business and what advice they have for others.
Welcome to Eventual Millionaire. I'm Jamie Tardy, and I'm really excited to have my friend Matt Schaup on the show. He owns a multi-million-dollar painting company. I've known him for many years. He also runs mattschaup.com. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Go traveling and share your experiences. Pack your bags and get some real life experience by traveling the world. Visit interesting places, eat exotic food, and talk with the locals. Take the Indie Travel Podcast, which follows a couple who sold everything just to travel the world.
Hi, I'm Craig.
And I'm Linda.
And this is the Indie Travel Podcast at indietravelpodcast.com.
This is episode 360, and we're talking about hiking the Cotswold Way.
That's right, I recently did the Cotswold Way hike in the UK.
Tell anthologies. Tell short stories around a particular theme or subject. The Story Must Be Told podcast is a surreal anthology around dark humour, sci-fi, horror, all framed within a freakish church service.
Welcome. I'm Pastor Andrew. Thanks for tuning in. Your curiosity brought you here because the story's already been written for you. I know that there are a lot of preconceived notions about our story, but I'll tell you, unless you've heard it from us, it is way off base.
That's it so far, but join us for part 3 where we'll go through even more refreshing podcast ideas that you should try out.
Hey, just before you go, my name is James Mulvaney and I'm founder of Podcast.co. I just wanted to quickly say thank you for watching this video, and if you've ever tried to start a podcast but perhaps you've not got around to it yet, or maybe something's tripping you up, what I've actually done is put together a 4-part video series called the Podcast.co Crash Course, in which I'll show you exactly how to create your first episode, how to publish it onto the internet and get it listed on iTunes and Spotify, and also how to start growing your audience. And I'd love to share this with you absolutely free of charge. If you head on over to podcast.co/crash course, I'll send you the first video right away.